Here we go!
Here we go.
Fisherman's luck, Matt. He said something. What did he say? So it starts from there and it goes completely across to that last mark right there. And it's not splintering away like a mass of roots would, right? It's a solid mass. Now, if you go back, look, Chief Louie and I were right here, and I was at this yellow flag, and it said baby, and then it said child at Chief Louie, and he had both showing according to the ovulus side by side him, and it said a parent, and it showed over here with the ovulus with the dot, and then they ran the radar, and it did show what it said. Then it said possible sheet inside here, and we have been able to confirm that as well through the radar. It would have to be something like a nylon or something that would not be a natural substance, because it still showed. You can see the ripple of it within the folds of the ground.
And you can see...
There's the mound right there, boom.
No, there's the mound stage. Alright, right here is where we're starting to find stuff. We're running at 1.4 to 2 meters, which means we're looking roughly about 4 to 5 foot deep that we're finding this. Now we're coming down a slope, but you can see here we're well above the baseline, but there is a lot of stuff that's been found in here. Now we're coming back over here, and this is clay. But over here we got some anomalies that I'm going to back up to. And this is some interesting spots that we see right in here. And then, oops, I want to come back the other way. And then back over into here. And every bit of this is about 4 foot or so down in the ground, especially all this right in here. This is quite interesting.
You guys see the slope here? Right. Oops, wrong direction. Try it right there. So, roughly in here is where we peaked out. And then we're running across the top of the ridge up there. Look at that, that's pretty, pretty intense reflection. It is. This, and see, they're distinct items. And they're in between our trees. So this is actually on top of that, up there on top of the ridge. Because we're going to start down slope. This is where after this mark, we're starting down slope again. But you can see where we're getting closer as we come down. And that's what that indicates. Something right there. But you can see there's a lot of breaks in the ground. And some of that, because there's a tree right here, may be indicative of roots. But there's also stuff, like I said, break here, here. I had my laser.
Okay, well that's all right. Okay, so we had the 2 anomalies here and here, and then one that's at your foot. And since that time...
The large anomaly that came up on our last south and north sweep, we picked it up at our 3 meter mark, and it stopped at our 6 meter mark. So you've got...
That's the size of a person.
3 meter mark, that's 6 feet.
Yeah.
That's a long mark, alright? We moved over a meter, and we started to sweep again. It came up at our 2.5 meter mark and stopped at our 4 meter mark, which means that it's running this direction. And upon further investigation of the area, we see some differences in the terrain that we didn't really notice before because of limbs, because of debris, and this warrants a further investigation. We're going to do a couple more sweeps on this mound that stands out obvious to us. Then we're going to come back and do a more intense search, and we're going to grid off the area in probably about a 30-meter radius.
Well, just so that you'll know, Chief Louie and I saw on the ovulus it said neighborhood. And I said, how far does this mound go? And it says throughout. And I didn't tell you that till just now. So what you're doing is exactly what the ovulus said.
This could very well go to the other side of this large hill. Or it could be the entire hill.
Holy crap.
Yep, at the surface.
Now down here.
Now this is that it's not as distinct, but that's what we were looking at in the other profile next door. That's a continuation of that. You see it runs here.
We're wider than we were before.
Right.
So that tells you how big of a mound that is.
Yeah, that's you're still seeing that same feature. It's not as distinct, but you're at least a meter over from the other position.
That's the size of the human.
Do you think we need to go the other way?
Oh, there you go.
Look, look.
Okay. What we got?
See here?
Yeah. Yeah, this
Is back down to that.
well, this is found a mound stage on there that showed up real well on the radar, and a lot of people that look a long time with radar to find one of those, and that's what that appears to be.